Unos países poseen, en fin, abundantes recursos. Otros no poseen nada. ¿Cuál es el destino de estos? Morirse de hambre. Ser eternamente pobres. ¿Para qué sirve entonces la civilización? ¿Para qué sirve la conciencia del hombre? ¿Para qué sirven las Naciones Unidas?
Welcome to the Marshal episode number 2. Today's guest is Thanos Paraschos from Greece. And I don't have words to describe the work that you are doing, Thanos, so you have to help me in. Because according to your LinkedIn profile, you are a founder, you are a startup coach, you are angel investor, you are so many things. So can you please tell me what exactly do you do?
Okay, let me thank you firstly for your invitation. So it's my honor to talk with you on your second podcast. And I'll tell more things about me. So I am in the field of entrepreneurship the last 10 years, 29 years old. So I am on this field at least from my 19. And throughout my experience, I have been founder of several startups. So I have made lots of fails. But all these fails helps me to make the things more. It helps me to create a better path, so to create something better. So the last 4 years or more, the last 5 years, I am the co-founder of Youth Entrepreneurs Club, which is an organization which helps people or startups or teams to grow, so this organization inform, educate, and also support people who are running an initiative or a project or whatever. So I'm the co-founder of this organization. This organization is organizing the largest event for startups in Greece. It's under the name Startup Europe Week. It's the Crete edition, which is the largest event under the Startup Europe Week, which is an organization in Europe that wants to promote local entrepreneurship and regional initiatives. We've made that the last 2 weekends. More than 1,100 people took part on that conference. And it was great. It was great because the people are thirsty about innovation and entrepreneurship. It was the 4th edition of this event, and we listened lots of startups pitching, lots who have succeeded, shared with us their experiences, their knowledge, their passion for innovation and entrepreneurship.
Actually, the work that you just described, because I'm observing it from the various social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, and so it's admirable. You're a role model. I don't know about the Europe Startup Week. I haven't seen that concept being implemented in any cities here in Finland, for example, so I don't know this European program. But if there is such a European program, it's a very good idea, and I think that basically down in Crete you are doing fantastic work.
Yes, it's an action that it was launched in 2016, and now there are more than 300 cities around the world where this event happens every March. So, but our case is the best case, is the largest under that initiative. So we've seen lots of people, as I've told you before, that want to do things, wants to create something, or already running their own initiative. So it was awesome to see so many people that want to run their own venture under this situation. The situation in Greece, as you know, it's not the best.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. And I find you a little bit very humble. If out of 300 cities, your week initiative is the best, then you're doing some things right. Because I saw that basically you were awarded as top European under 30. What was the title? I forgot.
Which one?
You won some European award for being top under 30.
Yes, we have a cooperation with Blue Growth Organization, and we won a prize for SMEs, and as the organization which supports SMEs and startups, it's the Blue Growth Initiative. That's the latest. I think that's the latest initiative. Another initiative that I have been part of it is that I am a young multiplier and supports and promote the European Union's initiative in Greece. So these are the last two important things that I have recently done.
Yeah, exactly. But you have the conference as success. You have winning European competitions. That's exactly what I'm saying. Is the work that you are doing is admirable.
Exactly, and also this organization and this event is these are non-profit events and initiatives. And on my own, I'm running an enterprise which on the field of supporting SMEs in order to find customers, in order to find partners, in order to scale up. So on that initiative, I am a co-founder of Founderhood, which is a platform, and it could be said that it's the place to be for early stage startups. So on Founderhood, thefounderhood.com, you can find information about like competitions, acceleration programs, and other important things for early stage startups or first time founders. And we have scheduled to run virtual acceleration programs for the competitions or the acceleration that already exists. So that's a very, very important thing that could help early stage startups and first time founders in order to grow.
Yeah, but how do you position yourself against the other platforms in that they are specializing in this particular area, or is it a platform that serves only a locality, a region?
We have started local, so we help startups in Greece. Our competitive advantage, it could be that there are lots of acceleration programs, lots of competitions that are running their own initiatives. So we want to host every acceleration program, every contest in our platform. Also, we provide a dashboard in order to help the organizers run their contest or their acceleration program. Something that it's really new, it's the virtual acceleration program that is made to support these contests or accelerations. We have seen that there are lots of promising startups that are not winners, but they lost the prizes. They are not in the first 10 position of a contest. These startups are lost. The startup cannot find their next step.
So you want to help the early stage startups to grow
Exactly.
and pass the death valley and become a growth company. But you're focusing regionally at this point of time, only for Crete.
At this point, yes, or not in Crete, in Greece generally.
Okay.
But our goal is to expand, and it's an expandable product or startup, whatever you want. And I think that it's something everyone on this industry can, or on this startup community or ecosystem, can see that we know the statistics that only 1 per 100 startups will be sustainable in a way or another.
Yeah, that is the hard truth. But it's good that basically we have these educational weeks. If I was, local government, I would have built an accelerator or an incubator around you in finance. I mean, here in Finland, in Helsinki, that's what they have. I mean, it's not an individual responsibility to run startup weeks, but it's more like a municipality responsibility.
Yes, there are differences between Greece and Finland, and we have lots of burdens to, we have to face difficult situations in Greece, but we finally do things uh, voluntarily with our volunteers, with the people who support, with the private companies that supports our initiative. Nowadays, we can say that the non-profit organization is like a pre-incubator. So we support the startup, the people to make the next step, and we hope that soon we will have we will cooperate with the public government, so we will get European funding in order to scale it up and transform it from pre incubation program to incubation program, and in order to give more supportive uh, help. So
Yes, you can fund such a thing. For example, here in Helsinki, some of the verticals that they are targeting some particular area for innovation, like let's put it this way, let's solve the health problem. Then those are not financed by the government, but they're financed by corporations. Like, for example, if you create verticals which are important locally, then those can be financed by the local corporations, which is another good model. For example, what the local society needs and who are the local industry players which can finance an incubator to bring disruption to their own business.
yes, exactly. We are trying to do the same thing, and in order to to help our ecosystem to grow, and we because as I told you before, we are more than 4 or 5 years on that field as as a non-profit organization. I think that and with these huge successes that we have made, I think that we will have more successes in the near future. And
I wish you all the best.
thank you a lot. We have already some. I can tell you if you want some enterprises or some startups that we have helped to grow.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So it's Landup that we have helped them in order to raise the seed money. Now they are 50 people, around 50 people. They have raised recently Series A. So these people are working with companies from Fortune 500. We help them in order to not only in order to raise money, but also to hire people. So people from our actions get hired from Landup. Landup is a software company that provides fast data uh, tools in order to handle fast data. So we are happy, very happy about that startup. Also, we have helped other startups like Mealworm. It's these guys, they took part on our School of Innovation Entrepreneurship, and they these guys have got they had the PhD, so they made their PhD work. What I exactly mean? They made a factory, a worm factory. So they produce, not exactly produce, but they have insects, and they have a factory for insects, and they sell it to pet shops.
So they make a prototype, or they actually launch it into the market?
They launch it into the market, so they produce insects,
Wow.
and they are selling to pet shop, to retail markets, and especially to pet shops. As you know, this uh, the insects are 100% of protein. So
Yeah, actually, it's very funny because some of the energy bars that I use for after gym or for during the day are made out of crickets here in Finland. It's a new innovation that is coming out from the food industry of Finland.
exactly, and these guys are really they believe what they are doing, and they have the passion in order to make awesome products. So that's a very good initiative. Also, another one is another guy who was chef for lots of years, and now he has made the platform for chefs in order to cook private on villas or in houses, in private events, and they have started here in the island of Crete.
That's okay. I mean, the news from Finland is that basically you can hire a Finn. That was the latest news last week. So even the Finns, they are one step ahead of Crete.
Yes.
You can hire a chef down there, but here you can hire a Finn.
It's crazy. So okay.
Maybe one day we will see that you can hire a Cretan as well. I don't know for what job though. All these are fantastic, but also you were kind of like have some space ambition. I mean, you wanted to send an astronaut from Crete to space.
Yes, actually, our organization support the Cretan astronaut project, which is a crazy project from these people that are in the network of our organization, and they have sent actually the first Cretan astronaut. So Cretan astronaut, it's a small figure of a Cretan with his mustache and his clothing. As you know, the Cretan clothing is something different. So I think it's quite interesting.
I'm from Cyprus. We have very similar clothing.
Yes, exactly. So these guys wants to know more about the space. So they've made their first mission to space with that Cretan astronaut, and they are about to launch their second trip to the space with more things to see how it works. So now they are looking for investments in order to make something on the field of communication, telecommunication, and security. So they have they know that there is a problem between satellites, and due to there are too many rabbis from people from our humanity, from the humanity to space. So they want to face a very specific problem that create issues to telecommunication, to satellites, and also there are issues on security systems. So they are working on it, and they want to get some funding in order to run more on that field. And I think that
Wow.
the next few days, early of April, we will have the second flight of Cretan astronaut. We will have more data from space and a 360 video from its trip.
Amazing. And the name of the astronaut is Manousos, right?
Manousos, yes, Manousos is the Cretan name. So people have voted about that, and it's funny, but at the same time, it's very, very uh, important, and the science behind it's very, very it's high. It's very high on a very high level.
And are you demonstrating this to schools? Are you going around and showing to kids?
Yes, we have made several. The guys have made several visits to into schools or into local universities. Also, um, lots of there is too many media coverage about that subject.
Yeah, I saw CNN Greece actually cover that one as well.
Of course, and the Chinese television also has covered that. So we have seen that they are interested on what this Cretan astronaut team is doing. So it was very, very surprising for us to have the Chinese
Yeah,
television.
actually, it must be very unique, right? Because it must be very unique because you are not sending a full body person, but you are sending a miniature which is dressed in local clothing, and then what do? You tied him up to a balloon, and then you let the balloon go into the sky.
Yes, and we had there are two or three different innovations that we have that there are on that missions. It's used to these balloons uh, to lose these balloons because of the difference of pressure and the uh, the the temperature, but with a specific and clever system that the guys have made, we can get this balloon and all this equipment back, and it could be this equipment will be fully reusable. So it's quite important. One of the main issues on the space industry is that we've made the mission and we lose all of our um, equipment. So on that,
Wait a minute, Thanos. Are you telling me now that basically you have invented reusable balloons? Like this could be used for this Google project that basically they have balloons for internet, and they are losing the balloons, kind of like every 6 months.
yes, the small innovation is something that
But that's actually a big business. I mean, why you are not at Google right now, kind of like selling them the idea?
probably we have to talk with these guys.
Hmm.
I don't know if that we have made. I don't know if the same balloons, because the balloons that we are working with are for to get the weight of about 3 or 4 kilos. So I don't know if it's the same balloons. From the photos that I have seen, are there is
No,
difference.
I believe you. I believe you that you have come up with some fantastic ideas. I mean, the
Mhm,
best university of technology
mhm.
is in Crete, so I'm
Yes.
pretty sure that you
Mhm,
have really good minds down there.
mhm.
No doubt about that one. But I'm just thinking that are you? Is there a feeling general down in Greece of not looking outwards, the global markets? Because I get the feeling that basically still the entrepreneurs, they are thinking very much locally, regionally, and
Yes,
not globally.
I agree with that. With what are you saying now? So, but I believe that from our from my perspective, our organization and the members or the teams that are supported on from our initiative we help them to see the global opportunity, not the local. And we promote that to all over Greece, that the opportunity is not local, but we have to find global opportunities. I think that the guys have made the research of what is Google currently doing. Actually, Alex has been part of ESA, European Space Academy, for uh, in order to get the training from this institution. I think that Alex is the guy who's making the electronic system and all of that. Dimitris, the other guy, is also has a huge experience on that field. Is building his experience, but he has made a lot of research about the valve that he has made. So there are opportunities on that field. I don't know what exactly is the Google guys are doing, but I think that probably we have to have a closer look, or if this a problem for these guys. I know that generally for the space industry, the equipment that we used is lost or destroyed. So with the structure that the spacecraft that the guys has made, the whole mission is reusable. The only thing that we need to use again is helium. So the whole trip is made from a structure that is apart from a balloon, uh, a space. I could say that it's a capsule with the whole electronic system and a parachute and cameras in order to track GPS in order to track the mission, the whole mission. So
It's a pretty complicated engineering.
the complicated engineering structure that they have developed, and now I think these guys are very they are doing they're doing a lot of research in order to develop the second edition. If the weather is okay, I think that, as I told you before, the first week of April they will make their second launch.
Please do it on the 3rd of April because it's my birthday. So
Okay, we will try. We will try. Probably we
I will
to,
appreciate that.
probably we have to ask the weather be okay these days, and we will do your favor.
Yeah, I will ask the. Wow, I mean, the things that you are doing, Thano, are amazing. I mean, because not only you are young and dynamic and volunteering and coaching others and sending Manusos into space and I mean, what is the next 10 years for you? I mean, where do you see yourself in 10 years? I mean, what, you will become a minister or something like this, or involved in the government?
Minister of startups, probably minister of startups. I think that
I will
my
vote you.
thank you a lot. It's very, in Greece we have elections the next 2 months, so it's a very hot topic if I am a candidate or not. But I am not a candidate, and but in the next 10 years, my whole path is focused on helping startups or people who wants to do what they love. I think I will remain. I'm sure that I will remain on that path, and I think that founderhood it could be the place to be for startups, and we will help the whole world to start up and find what to find his own path, to find solutions for our humanity. So I will remain on that field, and I believe that we will make a very, very huge platform that everyone could be supported from a very, very supportive community where it could find people who are specialists and
You should subscribe me to the platform. I might kind of like give you a couple of. If you subscribe me, I might send you my suggestions.
of course, we need your suggestion. We need from other people their comments, and we ask for startups to be members or to subscribe in the platform in order to get informed about a local or regional or global contests or startup event, not startup events, but
So I mean, in 10 years is a little bit too far away, but
it's not far away. I'll be on the same field. I'll be on the field of supporting startups, and we want with my co-founder with Dimitris, we want to make a place where how many startups? Let's say that more than 100,000 of startups we will be a part of it, and we will have we will find their own next step.
do you have that as a target?
Yes, I think that's the target.
That's a very ambitious target. I kind of like sincerely hope that you can do it.
Let's see what currently we have 100 startups on board from Greece, only from Greece, and in a very closed version. So I think that we will work on that goal, and we will have on that platform at least 100,000 of startups from the whole world.
From my experience, Thano, is that if you're going to release it and subscribe as many people as possible, because those people, they will give you feedback. And the largest the group, the better the feedback it is.
Exactly.
And therefore, kind of like if you're gonna go somewhere, go full speed.
We agree.
Don't wait for a minute. Yeah,
we are not waiting for something, and we are. I am full on that right now.
Are you discussing with Cyprus? I could connect you to Cyprus.
Perfect. That would be a very nice connection, and also we need to be connected with Finland also, in Finland or wherever it's possible, in order to expand and scale and find partners.
Yeah, but to whom you could give the platform? I mean, can I give the platform to a venture capitalist, or that they can use it to support their startups, or
we give to people, to specialists or to experts. That specialists or experts could be venture capitals, could be angel investors, could be a guy like you that you are very successful on your field, could be other people who have something to who have a real value to give to startups. So we combine the opportunities like contests and acceleration programs with people that are specialists. So a startup could find people who can support him, opportunities that can take part on it, and a community that can support it.
Okay, so if the segment is that one, you could find them. You could find in the Google the cost of acquisition per customer. So in essence, that basically you could go very aggressively right now with the email and identify those individuals based on the segmentation from Google, pay some money for acquire them, and onboard them into the platform, because then you know your average cost of acquisition.
Okay, it's very, very good idea. Now we are finishing the second, as I've told you before, that we provide the dashboard, and we have focused on that because if a contest or a competition use our dashboard in order to dashboard or form, if they use our platform, so we will have acquire lots of startups in another way, not by paying money to Google or to ads, but with making partnerships with organizations who run initiatives like acceleration programs or
Yeah, but that's exactly what I'm saying. Target those particular individuals, because
yes, we are working on that project the last 2 or 3 months. So I think that we will do also that you are proposing us. It could
I'm
be
absolutely sure. Here, you send Manusos into space, you can do everything.
we are trying to do everything. We are trying to do everything. So it's very your tip is very useful to try this. I don't know if it's the first priority to do that. What is your thought about it in order to capture this? Because we are talking already with local organizations. We have directly access to organizations who running these actions. That's why we don't need these at this time that type of acquiring customers, but we will do it. We will do it.
Yeah, and I think that also the European Union part is that if this Startup Week was successful for Crete, why not for Bulgaria? Why not for Serbia? Why not for Montenegro? I mean, since you have the know-how, I think that European Union could kind of like, in a sense, promote you into have a program with you in order to promote this into other cities.
You mean the our platform, the Founderhood, or you mean about the?
Well, you know, those things they go hand in hand. I mean,
Yes,
you
exactly.
create a startup.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I think that we will cooperate in order to find the way for things to work. So, your job, your initiative, your podcast will also help us in order to hear, for some people to hear what are we doing and support us initiative.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, because the work that you are doing is amazing, with the resources that at your disposal. I mean, I can imagine that in the very beginning you even financed the first week or what.
Exactly, exactly. It's a thing that it's a pain. It's it,
Yeah, but
uh,
that is the part that I keep saying that is admirable. That is the part that I keep saying that is, and I don't know if I'm praising you too much. So but anyway, so tell me, because I don't want to waste also your time. So tell me a little bit about your kind of like life. Do you read books? Do you like photography? What do you do on your free time?
on my free time, I want to help more startups on my free time and more people to start their own startup. But I want, and I combine it with going to the beach and relax on the beach,
Yeah.
watching the sea. That's a very, very that's my favorite thing to do when I have some time, or running by the sea, That for me is, some things cannot be paid, or cannot be. You cannot buy some things like
Exactly.
being on an environment like in Crete and running by the sea, or watching the sea. That things are make Crete incredible. I think so, and also the weather conditions.
I can believe you on that one. I keep saying that the only thing that basically is missing in from Greece is project management. I think that we have innovation. We just don't have the structures in place to manage that innovation.
We have we don't have lots of things. One of these, yes, it's project management. It's the vision that you've said before, that we don't have a global vision, and we 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 don't have also a supportive community, or supportive government to help, or strategy. Because recently I was in Israel, and I've seen that there they had schedule. They had a strategic plan in order to be where they are now before 30 years. Unfortunately, in Greece, we don't have a plan. We don't have a plan of what we want to do in the next few years.
And imagine that we have survived so far with no plan. Imagine if we had a plan.
Exactly. And we don't have a plan after 10 years of crisis. So that's very, very dangerous. Very, very strange. I don't know, but we don't have a plan, unfortunately, generally, in lots of verticals. And the project management, of course, can help strategic plan to be imposed, or to measure things, or to say that today I'm on the level 0 and I want to be on the level 10 in 10 years. So let's do step by step.
That's exactly how the Finns are doing it. And block by block, they have built an incredible country. But they don't have the weather nor the food. But that's a different story,
Yes. So we can say that there are lots of opportunities that we can create a really amazing startup ecosystem with the willing and the support of our diaspora, like you, all people like you, that you have you have a very big network. You have another way of thinking. So these people like you, that you are in diaspora, could help, and help Greece and people from Greece to make awesome initiatives and awesome startups.
Yeah, Thanos, I hope that basically many of the Greeks of the diaspora, they are thinking this way. I hope, and I see that basically many, they have some activity, but big or small, depending on their capability. Now, in the context of the European Union, Greece and Finland, they have kind of like they should have a more transfer of know-how. That's for sure. Like, for example, it's not like in the old days that basically you will go into another country and you will see what is good and you will copy. But nowadays, I think that basically the countries are willing to export their own know-how to others. The local governments, they have European programs, the European cooperation kind of like a facilities and so on. So those areas, I think that they are underutilized right now. So what I'm trying to say here is that there are things that basically they need to be done locally, much more than from the diaspora point of view. For the diaspora, what they can do is observe and give a helping hand if needed. But I don't think that basically they can build up the structures or the policies or the things that basically you need to have in place in order to, equal of Finland, for example.
So that's why it's, as I've told you, founderhood is made in order to help people from the whole world, and to create something very, very to help people, first time founders and early stage startups to grow. And we have seen all these problems in our local communities. We have faced, we have get the experiences from our organizations and that we were running, and that's why we made that. Because as you know, working with public sector, especially in Greece,
that's why you have to run for some kind of like a municipality official, because I think that that's the only way of making things work in Greece. I don't know.
I'm not sure if all the municipalities cannot understand what is innovation. So that's why we made that platform for people who want to do that, in order to connect them with people that really has a value to help them and to open their horizons. And that's why, because we have seen these difficulties in our local region, in our local societies.
When you launch the platform, I kind of like I definitely want to help you on the promotion, so count me in, volunteering on helping with your launch.
Of course, thank you a lot, Sotiris. Thank you a lot.
All right, but Thanos, we have almost a good 1 hour of conversation. This has been a very interesting discussion to hear your own voice. I mean, I have been following you in social media, but to hear your own voice and tell me the story with all these fantastic activities that you have. So I would like to thank you. I would like to wish you all the best with all your projects that you have.
Thank you a lot, Sotiris. I'm waiting you in Greece, in Crete, and also congratulations to your initiative, and also thank you for your interest and your supportive way of wanting to help initiatives from Greece and initiative from Cyprus. Really, I want to help you. It's something that we really need. The Greek and Cyprus ecosystem really needs people like you to help and support this kind of initiatives that we are struggling to create in order to make a better future for us and for our next generation.
You should add into your LinkedIn titles philanthropist, or actually not. I will say it in the Greek, anthropos. So, σε ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ, Thano. Thank you very much, Thano, for the 1 hour.
Ευχαριστώ και εγώ. Ευχαριστώ. Thank you.
Θα τα ξαναπούμε. Okay.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.